Hey guys, Sammy Davis of Vintage Boss Babes here with Odelia Barton of Styled by Odelia. You have
Hi.
landed at the right place, guys. You are at valuablevintageclothing.com. This is our landing page to buy the BOLO Be on the Lookout guide that Odelia and I created just for you. But we want to tell you guys a little bit more about this guide because you got to get it. So first off, Odelia, can you explain to us, to everyone watching, what is a BOLO?
Well, for you true crime lovers, BOLO usually means be on the lookout for the unsub, the subject, suspect. Well, be on the lookout is exactly what this is. BOLO, be on the lookout for these pieces of vintage that you must have, that you must pull, that you must not walk away from. We have done the work for you. It's more than a list. It's so much more. It's so comprehensive, but we have done so much the picking for you, so much of the made a lot of mistakes for you. And these are 50 amazing things to look out for. And some of them have more than 50 inside each little listing. It's just, this is something you have to use when you're sourcing. You're going to love it.
Yes. First, not even 100%, 1,000%. Guys, the reason we created this guide, okay, I have been a founder of a buy-sell community. You might be a part of it, Vintage Boss Babes, for nearly 4 years now. Yes! I've been in the business for 10 plus years on and off, and I have made so many mistakes. Oh my goodness. And I have been in the dark. And I know that there's still a lot of misinformation out there, or almost like secrecy of information. So I went to Odelia, who's been in the business for over 20 years, which is insane. She has seen so many different, tides of vintage resale. And I said, let's create something to really help the sellers, the buyers, the collectors to understand the value of vintage clothing. But most importantly, this is what this guide provides you guys, is hidden and obscure designer value. These are the pieces that you might be missing when you go to a thrift store, to a resale store, to a friend's closet, to a grandmother's closet. You might be like, oh, okay, I'm, gonna pass. And then you look at this guide and you're like, wait a second, I've come across this designer or this style or whatever and been like, shoot, I should have grabbed it. So thanks to Odelia, because she is sharing so much valuable information with us. How did we go about actually making this guide, Odelia?
Well, you mentioned 20 years. I can tell you that 20 years ago, the ideal was not to, I'm going to find out what's selling or what those obscure high-end designers are, and then I'm going to share them with the world. That's not what it was.
No,
It was,
no, it's secret.
our information, our knowledge was hard earned, and you kept it to yourself. And it's a different climate now. Social media has made Vintage Boss Babes is my favorite example because it's the best example of a community where women and men are working in this business and helping each other, because the more posting, the more sales, the more people who become engaged, the more customers we have. I mean, it's very different. It's completely cyclical. And the idea is to just, pass on what you've learned. So there's more of it out there, and there's more customers and more demand. And whether you're a collector, whether you're brand new, or you've been doing this as long as I have or longer, you know that you have come across, you've seen something sell, or you've seen something online and said, oh my God, I had that. Or I think I saw that once, or I didn't know what that was. That's what this guide is going to help with. It's going to actually give you 20 years of knowledge and mistakes and winners. And I've gone back, by the way, 20 years of my archives and 20 years of my brain, my memory banks, and come up with some of my favorites and some of the best obscure, often hard to find, but they're out there. And then things that are right in front of you that you had no idea were of value. Just a ton of them. There's so much information, just chock full of information in this guide that's going to help you. And again, you don't have to search for these answers. You don't have to go sourcing by the seat of your pants. You have something to follow with you, and it's amazing. And the pictures, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. So, okay. So just to piggyback off of what Odelia is saying. So guys, I've been in the industry since 2008, and the internet was just burgeoning then. But I'm still learning. I am still learning. I've looked at the BOLOs and I found two that I had undersold by a tremendous amount of money. I'm talking at least $200 each clothing item. That adds up to $400 that I left on the table. And I was like, Odelia, I sent her screenshots. I'm like, I sold this for $75. It should have been $250. And it's literally because I didn't know what I didn't know. And the chance that you share that sentiment, again, some of us have been in resale 20 years, 30 years, 3 years, 3 months. We don't know what we don't know.
Right.
And the benefit of sharing this information, it actually increases all tides, because when the consumer is aware of the value, they are more likely to pay for it. And so it is important for us to educate each other around the value of these rare and collectible pieces.
Sure.
So Odelia, exactly what's in the guide? What can our, our buyers of the BOLO guide today expect?
Well, there's going to be some introduction to explain how to work the BOLO, how to best use the BOLO. But you're going to have actual designers and styles and silhouettes. You may know this particular designer, but you didn't know this particular era was of higher value than that one, or this particular silhouette was out there. And you've been passing right by and didn't realize it was of value. I mean, we get to the core, and we'll be updating this in the future because we want it to stay relevant. But right now, this is what you need. This is something that you can take out right now and go make some money with. Not to mention, Sammy has designed it with some amazing pictures. We've added examples from my archives and from the internet. We have given you a very concise description, as well as current going prices and current sold prices on these pieces. You know exactly what the value is. You're not guessing what to price them at. You have parameters right there in front of you. And again, the pictures are amazing. I mean, pictures give 1,000 words, right? This is just everything you need. You'll have little hints from me, some hints from Sammy, and a few anecdotes and some real information that you can take with you when you're sourcing. I mean, this is more than pays for. It's $57. You can make, one of these things can make you $100, $200, and there's many, many of them. This is just amazing value. And again, like she said, I wish somebody had given me one of these when I started, but you don't know what you don't know. 20 years later for me, and these are things that I have learned, the hard way, and we're passing them on to you. It's great. It's wonderful. You're going to love this.
It is the best thing I think I've ever created. We woke up very early mornings to create this together, and we've just been so excited to see the feedback. If you guys scroll further down this page, you're going to see some testimonials. We've had hundreds of sales so far, and we just want to spread the word. We just want more and more sellers, buyers, collectors to own this guide and to be a part of our educational resale platform. So guys, all you have to do is scroll below. There's going to be a checkout section. You can securely put your credit card, pay with PayPal, Google Pay, input your email. The email that you provide, you're going to receive a receipt and a link to download the guide. You can open this guide on your desktop computer or laptop computer or iPad or your phone. I love that you can open it on your phone because you can be outsourcing and you can scroll through everything. So don't hesitate, buy it today, put it on your wish list, tell someone else to buy it for you. You can get it today, but this is something you must own as a vintage lover. Odelia and I look forward to bringing you more educational products.
Yes, buy the BOLO, enjoy it. You are going to love it. The value is incredible.
All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.